Go fast.
You Zaster?
It's Titanic.
Two horrible disasters that are completely terrible together. Jason has been writing stories about new Titanics. He's done a series of episodes about Titanic 2, Titanic 3. Yeah, the new versions of the Titanic that are launched and immediately sink, just like the original. Well, we're up to Titanic 5, and that's exactly the name of this episode. Titanic 5, episode 17 of season 6. And it begins with Bowser saying, "Okay, Junior, you and me and Bowsette and all your friends are going to go on Titanic 5. And Junior yells, "Oh boy." Wendy Cooper says, "Am I going to come?" "Not this time," says Bowser. "Oh no," says Wendy. "Don't make me stay here with my brothers." So Bowser and Bowsette and Bowser Jr. and Bowser Jr.'s friends all go to the dock. And Orbulon is there, also boarding Titanic 5, and he says, "The entrance is this way, my bunny minions." The bunny minions say, "We're coming, sir." Orbulon, by the way, is he's the alien from WarioWare. I don't know if we've mentioned Orbulon before, but Jason thinks Orbulon is great. Right? So then the Brutals show up, and Topper, the leprechaun Brutal, says, "We're here to cruise, guys." Madame Brood says, "It's dangerous to cruise alone. Take this." And she hands Topper a sword. Bowser says, "We're here." So it's Bowser, Bowsette, Bowser Jr., and Bowser Jr.'s friends, Junior Troopa Lakitu, Jerry the Charging Chuck, Boo, and Dippy Kong. Bowser must be rich, taking all these kids on the Titanic 5, Titanic 5. But then again, I assume that it would be free admission. If the 4 Titanics have already sunk, who's going to pay to go on it again? Is it free to go on Titanic 5?
Yeah.
Yes. Because only a fool would get on it. Only a fool and his foolish children. So everyone boards Titanic 5, and Titanic 5 blows its foghorn. Junior goes into the kids' room. And he says, "Okay, guys, we're going to see if this TV on the wall works." It's one of those wall TVs, a wall-mounted TV. In the adult room, Bowsette is looking out the window, and she says, "Check out that whale." The whale she's looking at is Moby Dick. Bowser says, "Yes, that's a nice-looking whale." Suddenly, Orbulon opens the door and says, "Yes, Pops." Bowser says, "Would you like to come see the whale?" Orbulon looks at Moby Dick through the window while eating corned beef. And Orbulon says, "This is nice cabbage." The joke being that Orbulon does not know cabbage from corned beef. So a bunny minion sticks his head in the room and says, "May we join you?" Back in the kids' room, Junior says, "So guys, what do you want to watch?" Dippy Kong says, "Let's watch the Banana Channel." Because he's a monkey. Monkeys like bananas. Suddenly, Shark Jira rises up from the water and says, "Let's end this." and prepares to stomp on Dippy Kong. I wasn't aware Dippy Kong and Shark Jira were fighting. They were enemies. Shark Jira says, "It's time to end this," to Dippy Kong. Suddenly, Junior appears in a rapper's outfit with a sideways cap. He kicks Shark Jira back into the ocean. Boo says, "That was scary." Lakitu says, "Very scary, but at least it worked." Thank you, says Dippy. "I was about to get footy stomp." Junior says, "There is something you need to know. The truth of explosives." Enjoy the show. And this is where Junior starts rapping. And this is a rap that Jason wrote by himself. Again, an all-new original song by Jason. And it's a rap. And I'll try to do it justice. And it goes, "What happens when a bomb kicks back with you? I want to be a real boy. We'll bust a move. It's a place to go. We must bust a move because it's an explosion. As everyone knows, it's explosion, explosion, explosion. As everyone knows, it's explosion, explosion, explosion. Suddenly, a piranha flies through the window. It's explosion! It's explosion! It's explosion! The piranha lands in the restaurant of the Titanic 5. The waiters trip over themselves. The Wendy bot comes out of the kitchen and throws the piranha back into the river. A giant otter grabs it and eats it. So this Titanic's on a river?
The Amazon Bay.
It's on the Amazon basin? That seems a little dangerous. It seems like it wouldn't be deep enough. Boo says, "That was great, Junior." Junior says, "Yes." Bowser says, "The ballroom is going to play some classics tonight. Hey, honey, would you like to go to the ballroom?" Bowser says, "Yes. How about you, alien dude?" Orbulon says, "Sure." They go to the ballroom where everyone is doing the worm while Have a Holly Jolly Christmas plays. So if you can imagine a bunch of...
It's not even Christmas.
It's not even Christmas, and that's also not a song that you would breakdance to. I've never seen anyone breakdancing to Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Meanwhile, in the kids' room, Shark Jira says, "You know what? You kids are alright. I won't mess with you anymore." Junior says, "What would you like to watch on TV, Shark Jira?" Shark Jira says, "Let's watch this movie. It's better than the boring movie." Not specifying which either movie is. In the rabbit room, Harriet says, "So you're Orbulon's bunny minions?" Meanwhile, Topper and Rango are playing Go Fish. And Topper says, "Do you have any threes?" Rango looks at his cards and he's got 7. And he says, "Go fish." Just then, the Titanic is heading towards an iceberg. And it crashes right into the iceberg. The dramatic part of the music from the Frozen Planet trailer plays. Frozen Planet is a documentary that Jason gets a kick out of. Bowser says, "What's happening?" "We're gonna sink," says the captain. Bowser says, "Honey, we gotta get out of here." "You too, alien." Madam Brood says, "Kids, we gotta get out of here. You too, little ones." Shark Jira says, "Quick, get on my back." They swim to the lifeboats. Junior says, "Hey," Junior sees Orbulon. He says, "Hey, Dad, who's this guy?" Bowser says, "Yeah, who are you? What's your name?" "My name is Orbulon." Madam Brood says, "We gotta get there in time." The Broodals and Orbulon's bunny minions walk across Madam Brood like a bridge, like to the lifeboats. I guess she's kind of large enough that she's a very large. She's like a giant, right?
Yeah.
So she's holding on to the lifeboat and she's got her feet on the thing. Rango says, "Please take my hand." "There you go. Yeah, now you'll be safe." "Well, that seems like everybody." "Wait a minute," says Orbulon. "I think there's still some people on the Titanic 5. Just then, the boss music from Mario's Missing starts playing, and the Titanic 5 explodes. Shark Jira is looking at Bowser Jr. and his friends, and he says, "You done good, kids. You done real good. Well, I gotta go back to the ocean." And he swims away. Then everything cuts to the outside of the Koopaling house, where Orbulon says, "I'm going back to outer space now. Goodbye, everyone." And he flies away. Bowser Jr. and all his friends go inside with Bowser Sr. Bowser Sr. says, "Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed Titanic 5. Junior hugs him and says, "I love you forever, Papa." The end. A very sweet, soft ending to a maniacal, insane story about Titanic 5 hitting an iceberg and exploding. We'll get to see... Oh, Jay, alright. Okay. Jay.
Bye.
Chili fries coming right up. Earth food, so scrummy, so starchy.